Hi guys, and thank you for joining me on the Daliso Sports Show. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Let us talk about the Champions League squad that Arsenal put forward. Goalkeepers, we've got David Raya, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Tommy Setford. David Raya, we saw what happened against Liverpool, and I've seen some other clips where apparently, apart from being terrible at penalties, he's also not great with those kinds of free kicks. Doesn't judge them correctly. He was sort of standing to the right of the wall and left the other side open. The only way he saves that if it's the only time that is saved is if it doesn't go in, it goes over the wall. But he's not getting that. No keeper in the world is getting that. But you give yourself a good chance if you've got your wall positioned correctly. I still don't blame him completely, but better decisions could have been made. Kepa is pretty decent. I've seen with penalties, even before he came to Arsenal. I only had a concern about his behavior when he was at Chelsea. Arteta seems to be one of those guys who is a bit very anal, very sort of, but yeah, we'll see how he does. He's obviously in the squad for the Champions League. In terms of defenders, William Saliba, who limped off when Arsenal played Liverpool. He was feeling something apparently. Hopefully it's not too serious. Cristhian Mosquera came in for Saliba and he looked magnificent. No worried about him. It seems to be, it's been such a long time where I've seen like defenders and I'm happy, 100% happy that I've got them in my team. He looked really, really good. Ben White, I think he was carrying something. He's also had a few injury issues over the last few years, but at least he comes in and out. Now we've got this new guy, Piero Hincapié, who we signed from Bayer Leverkusen. Seems to be pretty decent. I watched some highlights because I don't watch the German league that much. I wish I had the time though. Hopefully he's going to be good. He's been brought in to come and show that gap. You have to remember the last 3 seasons, we have suffered mostly with our defense because we do get in like serious injuries. Remember Saliba going off for ages, and remember Gabriel as well with an ACL. It was awful. So we've got some backup. Fingers crossed we can keep them fit. Then, of course, we've got Gabriel Magalhaes, Jurrien Timber for our left back position. He can play right back as well at a pinch. Actually, he's right back, then he can play left back at a pinch. Then we've got Riccardo Calafiori, etc., etc. I'm missing somebody in defense. I do not see Myles Lewis-Skelly there. Oh, I'm not seeing him there. Let me see if I'll see him in midfield. Midfielders, we've got Martin Ødegaard, Eze, Nørgaard, who's been injured since he came. He played a friendly at the Emirates Cup. Trossard, Noni Madueke, Merino, Kai Havertz, Martín Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Max Dowman as a midfielder. Where's Myles Lewis-Skelly? I think this list is incomplete because Myles Lewis-Skelly is going to be in there. And then forwards, we've got Bukayo Saka, we've got Gabriel Martinelli and Viktor Gyokeres. We are so short up front, aren't we? So short. We need Kai Havertz, but he's just had an operation. He's going to be out for quite some time. He's going to be out for quite some time, so that is really concerning. But we're really short up front. We've only got one target man, and already the whispers have started about Viktor Gyokeres not being very active in the Liverpool game, which is ridiculous. I saw some chances that he had where he held the ball down. You're not going to score in every game. And where Arsenal lost the points last season and the season before last, it was in the smaller games. We were okay in the big games. We were taking points when we needed to take points. We beat Man City. We drew to Liverpool. We didn't expect to beat Liverpool, I don't think. I wanted us to beat Liverpool. It's a want more than an expectation. But the smaller teams, they were taking too many points off us by drawing. So if you've got a centre forward in a game against Fulham, in a game against Bournemouth, Leeds, if you've got a centre forward who can get you 2-3 goals, that is what we want, and we've got him in Viktor Gyokeres. And anyone who makes you believe that as an Arsenal fan is you are just doing this for others to seem like, you're trying to gain favor with idiots. But basically, yeah, I wouldn't really be paying attention to anybody who tells you anything other than Viktor Gyokeres is going to be great and is going to be up there fighting for the golden boot in the Premier League at least. I'm not worried. Saka hopefully comes back from injury pretty soon because we already missed him. Imagine if he had played in that game against Liverpool. I think we would have had probably a different result. But wishes and horses, eh? Midfield, Ødegaard needed, but Ødegaard has lost a step or two in the last couple of seasons. Last season, he was pretty average. The game against Liverpool, he came on for the last 15 or so minutes. Had a few chances, but nothing crazy, really making obvious plays, but we do need his creativity. Eze came from Crystal Palace, just that one touch he had on that touch line, and you see what he brings to the side. Really exciting player. Jurrien Timber, love him. The guy works like a freaking horse. The problem is he is injury prone. Hopefully we can get a good number of games out of him. Riccardo Calafiori, the same issue. I prefer him on that left back position instead of Myles Lewis-Skelly. I want Myles Lewis-Skelly in midfield. I think the way Arteta has played for the last few seasons, his regular players are used to having that number 5, aggressive number 5 who breaks down play and who transitions, who drives. We need to train Myles in that position. He needs to get started. I know he's still small and young, but yeah, start now. Find a few games where he can play that position and then we'll go from there. He does attract yellow and red cards actually, doesn't he? And I think we might be risking it, but I think it's worth it. Let's get started. And then Christian Nørgaard, I haven't seen him play for Arsenal, but he's a leader. I'm sure he'll be covering for Declan Rice if push comes to shove. Leandro Trossard, pretty decent on that left as well. He's good cover for sure. Every time I've seen him play, he does do his best, but he has been looking particularly miserable recently, in my opinion, again, playing for Arsenal because he's coming on as a sub. He's somebody at Brighton used to play regularly and you come here and you're just on the bench. I think he wants first team football. He has been given more money, but they haven't extended his contract past 2027. So yeah, I think they're going to cash out next season, I'm sure, by the end of the season. But yeah, they've given him a bit more money so he can support in midfield this season. Noni Madueke, love it. Honestly, from the beginning when we signed this guy, I love this signing because Arsenal miss players like this. You do not need Rafinha all the time. We can't afford those guys. We can't get those guys. We just don't have the influence and the pedigree at the moment. We can't get the Lamine Yamals, but if you have someone like Madueke, who's a steady player, especially for Premier League matches where you need strength, you need character. This guy, when he was playing in the Liverpool match, you could see what he could do. I reckon he played better when he played on the left rather than on the right. And the way Arsenal play with Saka on the right is different to how Madueke plays. He likes to drive the ball to the touchline and cross it in, whereas Saka gets the ball and then before he gets to the 18, he cuts back. He doesn't always go to the touchline. But Madueke was pretty predictable. But yeah, we'll get used to that. I think it was pretty good considering it was the first game he started in that position for Arsenal. But he did play in that position for Chelsea several times. I saw him play with Cole Palmer, and there was a game I always remember them playing together, and that combination was deadly that game. I think they won 5-0, and 4 goals. The 4 goals came from that combination of Cole Palmer and Madueke. Mikel Merino, he was our centre forward, our makeshift centre forward last season. I like this guy. He played for for Spain and scored for Spain against, who were they playing? Bulgaria as well. So yeah, he's getting this sort of, this thing is, he likes scoring goals now. He came from a number 6 midfielder just doing his thing, and now he gets in amongst the goals. He wasn't particularly impressive against Liverpool, but I think that was the way Arsenal wanted to play. You were not going to shine in that game. You were just going to exist for as long as you could without conceding. And hopefully, I think what Arteta wanted to do, he wanted to bring Ødegaard and Dowman on with 10-15 minutes to go and then change the tempo of the game. But we were just caught out by a crazy good free kick from Szoboszlai, and that was us sunk. Oh, well, could be worse, I guess. Oh, yeah, sorry, I missed Kai Havertz. He is in the team. He's probably not expected to be out for a long time. So he has been put in the midfield. So Kai Havertz is coming in. You know what Kai Havertz has done for Arsenal the last few seasons. He gets goals. Sometimes, as fans, we don't see what players do. His fellow professionals think he is amazing. I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? But I've seen him influence games and up front, trying to, especially when we get those crazy corners coming in, from Declan Rice. So Kai Havertz in there. And then Zubimendi, I have said, not because he's a bad player. He's obviously a fantastic, great player. But the problem is the way Arsenal play at the moment. We still play as if Thomas Partey is part of the team, and he is not part of the team. There is need for Arsenal. We need to rethink how we line up. We need to rethink how we line up, how we play. The style of play needs a Partey, and Zubimendi is not a replacement for him. Definitely not. Different types of players. When I was watching him play against Bulgaria, he had a sort of like a pre-assist quite high up the field. And I've never seen him play that high up when playing playing for Arsenal. But that is because he literally has played 3 games for Arsenal in the Premier League. We are expecting way too much from this guy. He's going to take time to adapt. Did you see how they were bumping him off against Liverpool? Man, that's a baptism of fire. He had the same problem that Max Dowman got. Liverpool, don't mess about with Liverpool. They are going to eat you alive, and they are very intimidating as well. But he held his own, but it was more like a 6 out of 10. He didn't do anything to influence a positive result in that game, but he didn't embarrass himself either. Declan Rice, I feel, is working double. Last season, Declan Rice did his best work when he was playing against Thomas Partey. He could do whatever he wanted because he knew Partey was not going to let anything happen. Partey, Marino, whoever, he knew he was covered, and he knew our back four were going to cover. But this time, the last few games, apart from the corner deliveries, which are always good from Declan Rice, he has had to be doing a lot more work in midfield, to try and get anything happening, only because he's probably still trying to figure out how to play with Zubimendi and Merino and just the different combinations in midfield. So yeah, definitely one of our leaders in that team. I really think he should be the captain, but apparently the players chose Ødegaard, probably didn't want to offend him. I probably would have been more happy if they had chucked Ødegaard, because it would have shown that the players have also got a ruthless streak. But I fear that our players are nice guys. Hopefully nice guys do, get the girl in the end. But usually it's not the case. It's always the bad boys. But I am quite enthusiastic. I am quite looking forward to seeing what we achieve with this same thing. Max Dowman, 15 years old. This boy is dynamic. You can see where he's coming. It's definitely not it yet, but it's also not a bad idea to get them started if they are showing signs. This boy, I think my brother said that he's not showing ability. He's not showing potential. He's showing ability. He's not showing potential, he's showing ability. But when he came on against Liverpool, I think they defended him very easily. because let's be honest, some of his moves were 50, like you're playing, his biggest experience is playing in the under 21s, where he's faster, he thinks faster than them. But you come to the Premier League and those boys are ruthless, but he's going to get the experience. And if he figures out how to outthink some of the best teams and best players in the world, he would have done a great job. And I love that he has been put in the side, ready to go. Well, actually, I did the forwards already. So Gabriel Jesus, who seems to have been more injured than not at Arsenal, obviously didn't make the squad for the Champions League. And why should we put a player who's never fit? Jesus's injuries are not even like, oh, he's out for a week here. The guy gets an injury, he's out for 8-9 months. And I think one of my most disappointing things about him as well, where I don't even consider him too much right now, he's not even his injury record. When he said, oh, although I'm a striker, my main focus is not scoring goals, it's playing well and making sure people are in their in the right places so that we all score and all have a great time. I'm thinking, hell no, bro. Nah, man. What is this? We're not Everton. We don't want to finish 6th. If we're going to win, our strikers need to be thinking about getting 20-30 goals a season. So I am not one of those Arsenal fans who misses Gabriel Jesus. I don't. He scored some decent goals, but that's it. Even then, no, I'm not gonna miss him. But that is our squad that has been submitted. I think Myles Lewis-Skelly is just missing off my list, but definitely is going to be in the squad. I want to see what they do with him. I want to see what Arteta does with this team. Hopefully he's using this international week to refocus, to retrain, to re-strategize, because I heard they had a meeting with him and told him if he doesn't win anything this season, there's going to be a huge problem. And you know what? There is going to be a huge problem because the fans are not going to put up with it anymore. I am happy to see progress, but I think if Arsenal don't win a trophy again this season, it's going to cause a lot of issues even with me. But I'm one of those people who can enjoy football even without trophies. I mean, I can enjoy watching Arsenal even when we don't win trophies, but it's really disheartening when, I've got friends, my enemies will laugh at me. And I need a trophy. Win one. And I don't mean the FA Cup. Right, so that's me with this little UEFA Champions League team submission from Arsenal. I hope our journey is going to be a lot better than our journey last season when we got to the semi-finals and were kicked out unceremoniously by PSG. I think we can go a bit further, fingers crossed, if we meet the right teams. Avoid PSG, avoid Barcelona, avoid Bayern Munich. Everyone else, we can do it. Bring them on. But and our first game, I think, is going to be with Atletico Madrid. So I'm looking forward to it. I am going to try by all means to do some watch-alongs as well. So let me know what you think, and thank you for joining me on my sports show. Right, bye-bye.